Chloe and I have come out camping tonight. We're about 2 hours south of Perth. Closest town would be Collie. And we're camping just up the hill from here at Lake Kepwari. Probably pronouncing that wrong. It's a fairly new one. I believe this was some sort of mine or something, and they've backfilled it with water when they're finished, and they've opened it up for camping, which is really cool. So anyway, we've left Tiff, Brodie and Percy at home. And you guys probably haven't seen much of Brodie, so I'll show you some footage now. Hey guys, thank you for all your well wishes and everything. So Brodie was born a couple of weeks ago, and he's settling in nicely at home, and I'm trying to get this in really quickly before he starts crying, because he's pretty thirsty. So yeah, meet little Brodie.
Say hello.
Tiff's doing well. You're doing well, aren't you, babe?
Yeah, you're about to leave me for the first time tonight.
I am. I'm going to take Chloe, and we're going to give Mum and Brodie and Percy a break for the night. Although Tiff's probably got a work cut out for her with the newborn, and also Percy's a bit of a nightmare at the moment. He's just had his, how do you say it politely? He's been castrated?
Castrated.
He's been castrated. Sterilised. He's had his balls docked. So he's not loving life, but he's still full of beans. Can you give him a kiss goodbye? Oh. You are hungry.
Mummy will be fine here all alone for one night because she was at a hospital with Brodie for one night.
That's right.
Mummy's more than capable.
Love ya. Bye.
See you, Mummy.
Bye.
Come on, let's go.
A little bit more deeper.
How is it?
Good.
Fresh?
But I can't go back deep.
Ooh, of course you can. You got floaties on.
I'm blowing my bubbles.
Good job. How's that for a barco?
Good.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great setup in here. Communal camp kitchen, gas barbies. Fresh water over there. Rainwater for cooking, I think. And a communal fire pit. Should we get back to our campsite?
Yeah.
We'll show them our setup.
Yep.
Yep.
So we'll buddy your power.
Sure will, buddy, old pal.
So we'll see you in a second.
What?
See you in a second.
Good segue, kid. So here's our little setup. Got the awning out. The new walls are on. They're really handy for a bit more shade. Bit of a windbreak. Every site's got a fire pit and a picnic table, I think. And we picked up a new swag the other day, didn't we, Chloe? Yep. It's just it's a cheapie. It's a King's Big Daddy Deluxe double. It's bloody massive. And it's not the best quality, as most of you probably know.
I got my sleeping bag in it and Dad's sleeping bag, and we got both of our pillows.
We do. So I've only bought a cheapie because Chloe doesn't come out that much with me, and we'll probably have a new van in the next sort of 12 to 18 months, I reckon. So there was no point spending too much money. I've spent a bit more on my King single swag that I go out in myself, because I go out pretty often. But yeah, didn't spend much on this one. Yeah, anyway, what are we doing back at camp? You're getting cold in the water. It's 39 degrees today. I wasn't too sure about going camping in this weather, but I'm glad we did, because it's nice and shady, and every single campsite here has a little footpath. There's a footpath behind our camp, and they all work their way down to the lake, so it's really good. The access is great, and they put just enough sort of bush and shrubbery and stuff between each site, so it still feels like you've got your own space. A couple of toilets and stuff scattered through there. How much was it? This is Tiff's job normally. It was $11 per adult, so it's a deep ore site. $11 per adult per night. Chloe was free, under 5's free. If you do come here, just make sure you bring drill-in pegs, because you'll never get through this with a hammer and a peg. Oh, and I like how there's a bit of forethought here. Every site's got this little level-ish sand pad, and that's for you to put your swag or your tent or whatever, especially if you've got like a little thin hiking mattress or something, so you don't feel the gravel underneath you. Rightio, let's get you dry and have a snack and a drink.
So if you see, that is my daddy's drone.
So these new shirts are back in stock. Thanks so much for everyone that showed interest and bought some when they first came out. We sold out really quickly. All the shirts are back in stock now. I've also got patches back in stock as well. We'll go back up there and cook some dinner. Dinner was actually supposed to be some fresh blue manna crabs from the Swan River. I went crabbing yesterday with my mate Brad. Didn't quite go to plan, but I'll show you some of that footage now. The theme of my boating trips, eh? Just getting wet.
That's right.
Blowing 20 knots. Perfect.
At least it's not hot.
Yeah. We're out on the Swan. I'm spilling beer on myself. We're out on the Swan. It's like 37 degrees today, which is beautiful. It is blowing about 20 knots though. So we found a little cove here where we've thrown a few pots. And we've done one pull already and come up donuts so far, right?
Nothing.
We're just hoping to get a couple.
It seems to have settled in the last 5 minutes or so though, hasn't it?
I did say around midday wind's supposed to drop off. It's not bad here. Anyway, you'll figure out exactly where we are, but I don't think we're giving away any secret spots because we're probably going to catch nothing anyway.
I don't think there's any crabs here.
No. So yeah, just 15-minute rounds. We're dropping pots, we're pulling them, we're hoping to get a couple. We're only out here for a couple of hours, and if we have time, we'll cook them up. Should be good. Thanks for coming out, bro.
No, thank you for having me.
Pleasure. I just said to Brad, I better video this because this could be the only crab today. I had to make my own bloody crab measuring stick.
I don't think we got a chance.
Nah.
Not going by your homemade gauge.
Nah, it's pretty accurate, that thing.
Yeah, we'll throw him back. Yep. Might be a bit
Similar size, eh? Just under, eh?
very similar size, yeah.
Yeah, throw him back. Ticky, 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 ticky. Right, next one. This is the drama we're having, eh? You cheeky devil.
Got himself caught in there, puffed up, and he's stuck.
Yeah. So there you go, no crabs tonight, unfortunately. Grabbed a couple of snags out the freezer on the way this morning. We've packed pretty light, really. This whole setup takes about probably 10 minutes to pack up and to set down. So snags for dinner tonight, just with some sauce and a bit of bread, real simple. And Chloe's already, like, it's a massive day in the sun and stuff, and it's only about 6 o'clock now. Chloe's already yawning and saying she's pretty tired, so she's in the swag already, watching a bit of iPad, winding down. And sausages are already on the go. That's the inverter whizzing away, you can hear. Oh, and Elf on the Shelf's come. So we'll see what mischief he gets up to tonight. But yeah, inverters buzzing away, snags are cooking. Probably should be turning them. Yeah, definitely should be. Whoops. Might have turned that down. This thing gets real hot real fast. So it's been 40 degrees today and I've been here since this morning and we're down to 80%. Fridge has been cycling quite a lot. We're drawing 8 amp, that'll be the fridge and the lights going and the inverter. The induction cooker's probably not cycling, there he goes, cycling now. It sort of cycles on and off to maintain temp. So about probably 100 amp on low because the rest of that's lights and inverter and fridge and stuff. So there you go, if you're wondering, about 100 amp on low. You good?
Yep.
Good. Looks comfy in there.
Yep. Sure am. But you will feel it when it's comfy when you come in here tonight.
Yep. Bugs are pretty friendly here. There's a bit of a feeder at a stream or a creek or something that's quite still at the moment. So there's lots of flies, mozzies and stuff like that. So I'm using the thermocell, but you'll recall a couple of years ago I did a video on how to refill the little gas bulbs for them. Since then, They've come with something they call the backpacker attachment, where you can use these bigger gas bottles. So same refill mats, but now you can use those big gas bottles, and those things are like $10 and they last, I think, something like 90 hours or something. So it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying the separate little gas bottles. So that's the go. I was a bit worried about being hot tonight. It's been 40 during the day, and I think it was forecasted to be sort of 25 or so at night. I feel like we're going to be fine, but even still, in the caravan we had fans and stuff like that. In a swag, 2 of us in a small swag, we got nothing. I've opened every vent so we can be a bit cooler. And I picked up a little Coleman evaporative cooler, and I'm going to put it on the floor, blowing into the tent, and I'm hoping that'll keep us cool. So it's just charging now. Get that set up shortly after tea. Really enjoying using this little induction cooktop for these kinds of trips. Just easy. Tell you what, I was cooking with a white light on, and there was quite a few bugs hanging around. And as soon as I flicked over to the red one, like 90% dropped out. They definitely work. This is the PDP light strips. Off-road Living that did my 12-volt fit out, they put them in. They are very good. And I like that the switch is actually on the light switch. There's not, I haven't got like a busy panel or anything there. Pretty much everything gets switched on at the appliance. Travel Buddy I switch on from here. Inverter's got its own panel. Fridge gets switched on at the fridge. So I didn't really need a switch panel on this one, it's cool. Not quite what the table was designed for, but it works well.
I'm gonna see. You do a test.
Good, Kai? Good?
Yeah, they're a slightly different silicon, I
Good?
think. Alright, well you guys can keep
Good.
having fun with
Got 2.
You got 2?
fun visiting Sienna. Well, thank you so much
Good job.
for coming. Tell us how excited were you that Sienna was coming today?
Well,
He didn't even move much.
the elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He was on the chair last night. I can see popcorn up there. I think he was watching your iPad.
But I can't see popcorn.
Yeah, I could see popcorn up there. I'll show you in a sec. I'll lift you up. I think Elf on the Shelf had moved and he was watching popcorn.
With my iPad.
Yeah. That's weird.
Elfie, why did you do that? Huh? Can't hear you, Elf. I can't hear you.
What happened last night with the weather?
Thunder.
Thunder, lightning, rain.
Storm.
Big storm, wasn't there?
Yeah. But where did popcorn come from? Because I ate one pack.
There was another pack in the fridge, but I think Elf on the Shelf ate it.
That is so mean of him. Because I wanted to eat that today.
Oh, we brought you a chocolate calendar.
Yeah.
So let's get that out and then let's have breakfast.
Yeah, but I want to see his popcorn he ate it.
I'll show you.
Because he shouldn't have popcorn because that is not healthy for his teeth. Mommy took all of those off.
Oh yeah. You know what today's? What date?
9.
Yeah. Tana brand or the rice bubbles? Cool.
Sorry, Daddy, you're...
But hey, pick that up and put it on the chair properly, please.
Sorry, Daddy, you're just full.
That's right. I've been using this flat pack Sea to Summit gear. It's really lightweight, takes up absolutely no room. I always sort of thought Sea to Summit was just hiking gear, but I'm really happy with it. It's also a West Australian owned brand. Their cutlery sets are Sea to Summit as well. They're anodised aluminium, so again really light, fairly hard wearing. Yeah, it's good gear. I've been drinking a lot of cold brew coffee lately. If you don't know what that is, you're not alone. I didn't either. It's not just cold coffee. It's made differently. Ooh. It's naturally sweeter. You don't need sugar or anything like that. This is a concentrate, so about a quarter cold brew and 3/4 milk. But you get no bitterness, consistent flavour every time. Perfect for camping, so you don't have to stuff around making hot coffee. Good hot coffee. And really good for summer. So I thought I'd bring some for this trip, which is nice. I'll show you how to make it just quickly. So basically this is the S-Pro CB1 from Espresso Tenango. I'm also using Espresso Tenango coffee beans. I've ground them as coarse as you can with my Breville grinder there. So I do like a 4:1 ratio, so I've got 450 grams in there of ground Espresso Tenango coffee beans, and to that I'll add 1.8 litres of cold water, and then I'll give it a bit of a stir, make sure all the grounds are wet. This is like a filter paper bag. I'm doing a fairly big batch because Tiff and I go through quite a lot of this. And then this goes in the fridge for 18 hours. So the next morning you grab your growler, you stick this plastic collar on top. That little pin is going to push into the ball valve that's in the bottom of the S-Pro CB1. It'll take about half an hour. Anyway, let's go for a swim, Chloe.
Yep. Sure, Daddy,
Daddy-o pal. I don't know where you get that from.
I've never had crabs in my life, so...
Okay, cool. On an unrelated subject, we're going crabbing today.